Hello everyone and welcome back to another album review. And in this video I'm going to review Levania by Sacred Sun. Sacred Sun is the project of Dane Cross who he made two black metal albums with album covers that don't give you the impression that we're talking about black metal at all. This ended up giving some attraction, but when you get into the Sacred Sun project, you don't get a novelty side of black metal. Instead, what you get with the sound is just quite simple, standard, and straightforward. The two albums he did were not bad whatsoever, but they definitely weren't something to really write home about. They were just your standard and typical black metal albums. What we get with Levania though is a bit of a different case, as we have a 53-minute continuous ambient and drone piece, which is something that I wasn't really anticipating, but I'm glad we actually got that direction because in my opinion what he does with this album is actually a bit exceptional. Of course we're not talking about like a very just standout theme of dark ambient and drone music. However, we're not talking about the sound you'll probably get in some standard black metal releases with stuff that will go into a standard approach of like dungeon synth. Instead, we have a very well fleshed out and very well structured sound of like minimal drone with a very dark atmosphere to it, and it's kind of melancholic and sad at lots of the portions. I don't know what's with me liking the ambient works from black metal artists, but this is also another case. I really enjoyed this very long theme from Sacred Sun, and for what he has done so far, this is definitely the most standout project he has done so far. The formula is still the same, you still get just like a simple daily life photo that has nothing to do with pretty much the whole aesthetic of the project. But I definitely enjoy this more than the black metal works he has done, and so for me, I think he should consider making more stuff like this because that's fairly impressive. I wouldn't expect that he would have such clever ideas towards this sound because the way this track goes, it's actually really spectacular and I really like the melodies in this thing. Now there's not really that much more to say about this because we're just talking about one continuous track. However, what I have to say is that in my opinion this track has a very interesting introduction to it, and it's a bit sad that when the track just goes and goes, I think it just gets a bit more tame. It doesn't have the same sort of passion and emphasis that I see with some of the first moments, with some of the first minutes towards this project, but there are still some very interesting ideas, and I like how all of the elements and all of the sounds are just combined in a very nice and soothing way, in a sense that you don't really pay that much attention to the transitions because they're just so well put together. It's only if you go 5 or 10 minutes later where you're going to see some abrupt changes, but in the way the whole thing pans out, it just feels as a very nice and soothing continuous theme, and it offers us a really nice piece of just background music. The track as it progresses has some more silent moments and some others that are a bit more monotone, and so they don't manage to be that passionate in my opinion. It's not like what we get with the gorgeous pace of the first track of the Disintegration Loops by William Basinski. But still, this one track has definitely its moments, and I especially like the way it starts with all of those different layers of scenes and some very nice and kind of captivating sounds. So, me personally, after this, I'm looking forward to more dark ambient works rather than black metal works. And the sad thing is that this project is possibly going to be unnoticed because fans are probably going to just stick with the black metal works and they wouldn't feel like listening to 53 minutes of an ambient piece. Me personally though, I do recommend to check this album out because I think that we get a very solid piece of dark ambient and drone music. I'm going to give Levania a 7 out of 10. What's your opinion on this album? Like it, dislike it, why, and what do you want me to review next time? Let me know down in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.